What they have given me is a chance to live out a dream, an idea.
They showed me that there really are amazing things happening right here in my hometown.
What they provide is the opportunity for people to dream.
I got back to Cincinnati about 20 years ago now. Kind of scary to think it's been that long. Came back actually for a job. I was working for the city of Newport for managing their Main Street program. And then from that, moved over to the Cincinnati Business Committee and worked with them for 7 years. From there, ended up meeting Tim Maloney at the Hale Foundation. Tim had said, hey, we're gonna work on this foundation, and I have a big piece of the work that's going to be around economic development, and would you be interested in helping? And I'm like, well, of course, that sounds awesome, let's do it. Didn't know how hard it was going to be, but it's been great. And that was 2007. So about 5 years into the foundation's development, Tim came and asked us, like, what's next? What are we going to be doing next? How do we keep pushing this forward? We're having a lot of fun, we're doing really good things, but I think we could do more. What do you think we could do? How can we be even more aggressive or more proactive, or just push the boundaries about grant making in this community? Like, what could we do to advance the community through more interesting and more progressive and more proactive grant making? So we thought, what would happen if we put all these together? What happens if we created an outpost of the foundation that leveraged our philanthropy from the foundation in a really different way? In this particular case, giving grants to individuals instead of just to nonprofits. And those grants to individuals would help create that next round of civic doers that hadn't been done anywhere else, to match up a foundation's assets with a place, with this direct investment in people. It was something that we thought we could try. One of the biggest challenges for something like People's Liberty is that it hasn't been done. And then I think the other big challenge was, like, who wanted to be part of this adventure? How do we find the right core team who could help me, and who I could help to deliver on this ambitious idea?
And we're back. I was always really interested in how design can impact places and impact the people in those places, much more than I was interested in kind of the consumer or corporate side of design. And long story short, ended up connecting with Eric at the Hale Foundation back in maybe 2011, 2012. I had been working with Megan on some other projects with the foundation, and she had been coming into town to work as a consultant and then going back to Chattanooga or going back to Detroit. And so we had built a pretty good working relationship about this project. When this became real and we realized we really were going to do this, and this became something definite, reached out to her and Kate, her business partner, and said, would you guys be willing to come to Cincinnati and actually build it with me? And without any hesitation, they're like, we're there. Jake was another one of those great serendipitous moments.
Is that any better? Yep. Dance. Okay.
So I had known both Eric and Megan from some of the work that I've been doing in Savannah. I had started with my wife a few various companies and events and programs, and we were doing a bunch of community-based work in Savannah.
We were just on the point of building this and needing somebody full-time who could really drive a lot of the multiple moving parts and keep all these things moving. And the more I talked to him and the more he talked to me, I think we realized this is another one of those perfect moments where I had somehow or another stumbled upon this guy who just had the right skills. I think Aurora was another example of just this type of project attracting really great people.
Is that okay with Jake talking? Because he's loud. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm from France originally. I moved to Cincinnati about 13 years ago or so.
Aurora, we had originally found when we were talking about the gallery space specifically, and like, how do we build a gallery program? How do we design a gallery?
They wanted me to come in and work as a contractor and work with the first installation, Good Eggs, with Jason Snell. So bringing in my background pretty much in design, production, and whatnot. and helping put that show together. And then one thing led to another, and I did something right, and we got along. And then, you know, Jake and I talked, and you know, he said, "Do you want this full time?" And I said, "Hell yes."
All the people that we've hired are all incredibly ambitious. They're incredibly smart. They're builders. They're creators. They're going to do amazing things over the course of their career. I'm hoping I get to hold on to them for 5 years to get us through this project. You know, I think some of the biggest challenges for the first year was just there were so many moving parts, and we were building everything while we were trying to use it.
We're getting a lot smarter as an organization, so we've got a number of grant cycles under our belt, so the process is a lot smoother.
I think for year 2, it's like fine-tuning our processes. We already changed the Hale Fellowship, and we're really happy with where that landed.
Hello.
Hello, Chris. It's Aurora.
Howdy.
How are you?
I am. If I sound drunk, it's because I just got back from the dentist.
Other than being numb, do you think you can get excited about good news?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. So I'm officially letting you know that you are going to be one of our fellows for the year 2016.
Yeah, that was whoa. There was a lot of like, this is real. This is really happening. So I was like super excited and also like a little scared. Like, what did I just agree to?
Hey, Brandon.
Hi.
How are you? I wanted to let you know that you were selected as one of our fellows for 2016.
No way.
Yeah, way.
No way.
She gave me the news, and I did everything I could to just hold it back a little bit. I didn't want to weird out the person I was with. I didn't, want to make any just shouting. I don't know. I just, it felt really good, and at the same time, I was trying to hold it in, hold it in as much as possible.
I think it's always exciting to have sort of fresh blood, so to speak, in this building and on this team, because it keeps us on our toes.
I know we're going to change the Globe grant, and I'm excited to see where that lands. We're constantly changing how many residents we have in at a given time, and we'll change that.
We had some big show openings in the Globe Gallery, starting the year with Nina's show King Me, which I think just blew us all away. Nina, having never done anything like that before, to sort of see that come to life was incredible. We've opened another show in the gallery for the summer, and that's Julia Fisher's Play Library. And I think Julia's really encapsulated what we're really after and really going for moving forward in the storefront space, and that is a place that is active 24/7 and really engaging the surrounding neighborhood. That's really important to us. We are constantly asking ourselves the question of how do we get more and more people connecting in this space, and so we've done a ton of events this year, kicking off, of course, the Red season with an opening day open house, which was really just about getting people here and having a moment of celebration. We've done some events that were getting our grantees together to share a little bit about where they're at in their projects and offer each other feedback. Again, this idea of constantly trying to figure out new ways to connect our grantees, connect the public, and just leverage one another and the skills that we all bring to the table.
Unlike philanthropy generally, and foundations specifically, this place is always going to be changing. Just half the fun for me, it's half the fun for the staff. And to be honest, I think that's the reason our foundation was really excited about the idea, was that it wasn't normal, it wasn't typical, it wasn't expected.
As far as what this entity does, what People's Liberty does, 150 people out in Cincinnati leading and doing and making some serious waves. I think that's #1 goal for sure.
I think what we'll find at the end of this exercise, the end of this 5-year exercise, is we want to do even more of it. It's a goal that we have for the world to know about what's going on in the world of philanthropy from this building and from this region.
How do we create this buzz so that people just want to come in and tell their friends about it and come back and see it?
There's some bold ambitions for what People's Liberty could be, but at its core, we're investing in 105 people over the course of 5 years here in Cincinnati. So by the numbers, it's going to make a difference in Cincinnati. Unleashing 105 people onto this community, and all these people now have experience in doing and creating and wanting to be engaged in the community, that's going to make a difference. The difference that People's Liberty is going to make on the world of philanthropy has yet to be seen.